and welcome to Book Buzz, brought to you by Peters Township Public Library. I am Miss Shannon.
And I'm Miss Linda, and we are back to bring you information about Youth Services Department at the Peters Library, second half of November.
Wow.
I know. Here we are.
Here we go. Gobble, 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 says the bird.
Yeah, it does. Oh, just flying by. And here we are. And I know we talked about it last time too, and you say it every time. Like we bring up a new month of like how time flies. But my problem with this now is the second half of November, like Thanksgiving is the last Thursday. It's so late that it's going to make Christmas go like that. You know, like
so much to do in so little time.
Right. Ugh. And it just makes everything go way too quickly.
It does. But so let's start off with some Book Buzz bits.
It's excellent. You're so good at that. Book Buzz bits. All right. So I loved mine from the last show, with the haunted,
the spooky.
Yeah, the library that was built on a cemetery. This one, it's not that.
Okay, good.
This one is not about that. This one, because I've been spending a lot of time, like the last episode and today too, about kindness. And I found this really nice article regarding kindness, and it just feels like a no-brainer, but about being kind, but it isn't a no-brainer. I mean, it's, and one of the things that I really love about this township is that last year and this year, the kindness, initiatives by the Rachel's Challenge and what we do as a community to promote kindness. Right. And again, like I talked at the last episode, this being November and feeling thankful and for just everything, that kindness is just a huge part of it. Kids need to hear from us that kindness is important. Kids need daily opportunities to practice caring for others, and we need to encourage kids to consider the perspective and struggles of others. That may sound like a lot, but we're lucky to have one powerful parenting tool that will knock out all three of those in one fell swoop: children's books about kindness.
Oh, nice.
I know. Why it's so important to read children's books about kindness. When we read children's books about being kind and talk to our kids about the stories, this is what happens. And I love this because we do, just to interject here, we have some amazing books. We closed out the last episode with a kindness book. We have so many good ones. They need to be read. We deliver, so this is what happens. We deliver the message that kindness is important. We give our kids a chance to practice flexing their kindness muscle. I love how they put that. And we give them an opportunity to put themselves in someone else's shoes. In other words, reading books about kindness takes care of every one of those three essentials for raising kind kids. Plus, reading books works way better, I love this, way better than lecturing kids on the virtues of kindness. So they can see it in action and not like, that's not very kind, need to be kind, let's be kind, what is kind. I love it, I love it. Lectures typically go in one ear and out the other. But when you read fiction, research shows that the brain reacts the same way as if you were living the story in real life. In other words, reading children's book about kindness is akin to setting up a virtual reality simulation. I love how they put this, where your child can fully enter the experience and understand different perspectives. That makes so much sense. I mean, you can talk a good line, but that's how kids work. They need to get it. So they went even further. They spent months putting together a list of the best children's books about friendship. Parents wrote back with sweet notes of gratitude. They wanted best picture books about kindness. So this family set out months and months, pulled all these books, made a list of books about kindness. Parents enjoyed them. And they said, that they have found that the kids love them so much that they would ask them to be read again and again and again. Nice. As parents, we want to raise kids who grow up to be kind and compassionate and maybe even thoughtful enough to return their grocery store cart to the parking lot corral. I mean, just like little things like that. It's so cute. Thankfully, research shows that kids act with kindness and compassion from a very early age before we even try to teach them to be kind. For example, and I like this, babies as young as 6 months old show a clear preference for kind and helpful behavior as opposed to mean behavior. 3-year-olds can actually be great about sharing prized toys with their friends. When given the opportunity to be kind to others, kids feel happier than if they're doing something that just benefits them alone. See, this is so great. I mean, they're saying that the kids are born with an innate kindness and that this innate kindness is put to a real life test. They said between the time we see our toddler's first sprout of compassion and the time we send the kiddos to school, as they put, research shows that when they enter school around the age of 5, children shift away from their innate altruism towards selfishness. Why at 5? Why do parents and teachers tend to see a change in kids' behavior around this time frame? Because that's when your child is thrown into a big group with other kids. And the herd, H-E-R-D mentality, isn't always a pretty sight. Kids start teasing other kids, showing aggression, and bullying. And that's, again, where their innate kindness is put to a real test. As a parent, you can bolster their innate kindness. In fact, when your child is between the ages of 4 and 7, that's a critical development window when their brain is especially open to developing a lifelong kindness habit. So they went ahead and listed all kinds of books, and they categorized them like books about being there for others, books about seeing the good in others, which I love, books to inspire your kid to be an includer and upstander. As a matter of fact, at my STEM, I did 2 stories today at my STEM program today, and I wanted to do a kindness story with them as well as the other one I picked out. And I did this one, Stick and Stone.
That's a cute one.
The adorable story about the power of standing up for others, and the puns are fun for parents, which is true. The book is in, the book is in our library and as well as in our system. And there's all kinds of great books. But this, The Big Umbrella. Beautifully, simple story to show that there's always room for including everyone and taking care of each other no matter who they are. The author was up at the Pennsylvania Library Association conference this week. So, kindness, why it's so important to read children's books about kindness. And we have them.
Yes.
Many, 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 many. So that's my kindness story for Thanksgiving.
Nice. I like it.
Yep.
Very cool.
Thank you.
Well, so the way that our programs kind of work out this season is we have our Halloween parties. My mic just dropped. Drop the mic.
Okay.
Anyways, we have our Halloween parties and we go right into our Thanksgiving stuff because we don't have much time in between when our programs wrap up. But we will continue our Thanksgiving fun to Miss Linda's Turkey Days story time.
That means it's time for my turkey headgear that I wore last time but didn't put on yet because I was saving it
for this
to promote Turkey Days so I can look like an official turkey
promoter.
Yes, the Turkey Days. It is my Thanksgiving program. It is on Monday night, November 18th at 6:30. Runs about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. It's going to include Thanksgiving story, Thanksgiving activities, Thanksgiving snack, everything geared around Thanksgiving and kindness and thankfulness, and then asking that if you could bring a non-perishable food item to donate that we will pass on to the food pantry.
Nice.
To celebrate Thanksgiving and everything that we have to be thankful about.
Very cool.
And I'm thankful to have a turkey headgear to wear. So
will there be a performance of the little pilgrim went to look for the turkey for the cook?
You know that one too. to look, find a turkey. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's almost the season now. It's that little pumpkin things.
Yep, grow orange pumpkin,
Grow.
grow.
Yeah.
We did that a lot.
We have our regular songs.
There's not that much in our repertoire. It repeats
No.
year after year.
Yeah.
I had one mom that came when I did Patty's like baby program over the summer, and like her oldest was in the baby program years ago when I was doing it. And she was like, I just love that you're doing the same songs. I'm like, well, I guess my repertoire has not changed.
No, but you know what? Then this drives home the point that children learn by repetition.
Yes, we'll go with that. No, she was super cute. She's like, no,
That's
I
so
love it 'cause
funny.
I have such fond memories of those times, and it was just so nice to hear those songs again. I'm like, well, okay, I'll take it as a good thing, but it was also funny too.
Thank you. Would you like to hear it again?
We got our tried and true favorites, that's for sure.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so Turkey Days, and then moving on the 21st, we're going to have our family movie night, and this one I'm super excited about because it was one of my favorite movies that I've seen this past year, and that is Toy Story 4. I just love all the Toy Story films so much. I love those characters. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen doing those lead roles. I just love Toy Story. I really do. And the fourth one is very well done in my opinion. But there's a new character added to the fourth film, and that is Forky, which Bonnie the child makes at school.
This isn't a spoiler alert,
out of a
is it?
spork. No, if you've seen a commercial, you know that there's Forky in there.
Okay.
So she
Just
makes a spork toy,
Spork.
and he comes to life, but he doesn't really want to be a toy. He wants to be trash because she dug him out of the trash to make him. Anyways, the kids, before we watch the movie, we will have the supplies for every child to make their own Forky toy. So you can come to the library. We'll have all the fun stuff that you can use to create your own Forky, and you can make your Forky, and then you and Forky can watch Toy Story 4 at the library on our big screen. We'll have free popcorn. Feel free to wear your pajamas. If you want to bring a pillow or something to sit on, you're welcome to do that, or a blanket, you're welcome to do that too. So that will be on Thursday, the 21st at 6:30, Toy Story 4.
Excellent. We did the best.
I know. I'm looking forward to that one. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Especially the popcorn part.
Yes, free
I love
popcorn.
that. Free popcorn.
Best free popcorn in Peters Township.
That's what I always say, that nice.
The word there.
That nice, good theater popcorn. It's not even the microwave stuff.
No, it is
nothing
good.
but the best for our kids.
It is good. It is good popcorn for sure.
All right.
Puzzle swap.
I love this.
I do too.
I feel like we just came off of the costume swap,
which is awesome.
Which is awesome. The recycling of swapping back and forth, and I love this idea too.
Right.
We did it last year.
We've done it a couple times. I feel like they do more than one a year. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I like it. Go ahead.
So for the puzzle swap, like the costume swap, you bring in puzzles. A lot of times, puzzle builders, they don't like to build the same puzzle more than once, or too many times, because you kind of start to remember where things go, and that defeats the fun of puzzle building. So you could bring your old puzzles in, long as they have all their pieces, to the library to drop them off from 1 to 3 on Thursday and Friday, the 21st and the 22nd. And then on Saturday, the 23rd, you can come in and swap them for new puzzles.
I think that's great.
New to you puzzles. So you can try something new, and then you can build those ones and then bring them to our next swap.
Right.
So I feel like I want to say we would do one every 6 months or so, because we just had one in the spring.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's a lot of
great.
fun.
If you're like into puzzles, I mean, that just will keep you into them without ever having to, to buy and.
Right.
We
get some really nice ones too.
Yeah.
Different ones.
I don't know if I can do one over 100 pieces.
I love a good puzzle.
Do you? Do you do them?
I do. It's harder to do them now with Lucas because he just takes them apart.
Yeah.
But I find a lot of therapy in building a puzzle. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't done one in a long time.
No, I really.
Although that's not true. We have a Dora puzzle in the library, but that one, it's about 8 pieces, the real big things. I think it was Dora or something. And it was all over the place, and I was cleaning up, and I thought, I have to put it together? I wonder if I could do this. All 8 pieces.
Did you do it?
I did it.
Good girl.
So I thought if I work my way up, maybe next time I'll go to 10 or 12 pieces, jump to 20.
Instead of doing Dora, maybe move to like a SpongeBob.
Yes, but yeah. Isn't this how we work our way up?
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, so puzzle swap. That's what we like.
All right, puzzle swaps. Moving on to family Lego night.
More building.
Oh, it's more building. My first family Lego night that we did, it is so much fun, and I put out challenges. It's self-run. You know, your family comes. I have the table set up, all the chairs, popcorn or some sort of snack, and you just sit with your family and build Legos. And it seems very simple, but people just don't slow down enough to take the time.
Right.
And the other thing is, I can't even tell you how many Legos we have.
Well, millions is not even exaggerating. Like, we have
Right.
millions of Legos of Legos.
And that, as a matter of fact, the one bin
and thank you to our donations.
Yeah, we have had people that have donated.
Please don't donate anymore.
Yeah, we're good. As a matter of fact, the one bin I picked up for the first Lego family night, I almost dropped it. It's filled to the top. It's huge. It was so heavy. I thought, I think I need a cart, and I'm like trying to carry it in. Was so filled. But the families, what you've got to love about it is that, I mean, it's like a treasure trove.
Yeah.
You know, you've got so many Legos to pick from, and wheels and heads and this and that. The kids had a ball.
Yeah.
They had a ball.
And they're different than what they have at home,
That's my point. And, and then I put out challenge cards. Like, okay, build this. And, you know, they'd all sit together and, you know,
Right.
and try to, you know, build one of the challenges. So it was a lot of fun. Anyway, the next one is Monday the 25th at 6:30. November 25th, 6:30. Come on and build some Legos.
Very cool. Very
Yep.
cool. So for our bigger kids, Friday afternoons is once again, out school's back in session, a very popular time to come and hang out in the teen room. Every Friday, the kids will walk over from McMurray and the middle school. We have some high schoolers that will come down too and hang out, play games, and just kind of chill in the library, kind of unwind at the end of the week. And one of the most popular things that they like to do is they play video games, because we have we have all the systems, you know, and parents probably enjoy the kids having a dozen teenagers playing video games in the library as opposed to in their basement.
True.
It's a little cleaner, a little bit less noisy for their homes. So bring them over. So that what we do to kind of keep them engaged and trying something different. We have different tournaments sporadically on Fridays. So on the Friday the 22nd, we're going to have a mystery tournament. So we'll pick a game randomly that the kids will have to stop what they're normally playing, which they normally have one game in particular they always play, and try something new. And for a little bit, we don't make them play it the entire time they're there, but just to try something new and something fun, just to branch out a little bit and to have some fun. So we'll have our mystery gaming tournament on Friday the 22nd, 3:30. Again, come on over after school, hang out in the teen room. It's a good time.
Fun.
It is fun. It's been It's been busy now again.
I like it. Okay. Oh, you know, the only reason these are on here, or the next couple things we're going to talk about for programs, is because they're right at the beginning of December.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to even bring it up, but they're smack dab at the beginning, and just in case, you know, we want to put it out there again. The first one is, this is a big township light up night,
right.
Where we do the first Sunday of every December. So on December 1st at 6 o'clock, the township does a light up night at the library, outside of the library. Usually one of the school choirs, you know, comes and does Christmas carols and stuff. It's really fun. Santa Claus and the inside, cookies and all of that. And then our piece of it is we do our annual, become tradition, gingerbread house making. And that follows the performance.
Yes.
So we will be doing, we've been doing it for years. And sometimes, you know, like if you even stop to think to switch it up or whatever, but people just love, like, we want to go make our gingerbread house.
Right.
And it's just become a family tradition. So
right.
Once again, we will have gingerbread house making.
And speaking of traditions, this has become a tradition too in the last 5 or so years, is our elf on the shelf. Every time I pull this out, I think, I wish I would have been Carol Abersold or Annabelle and decided to write this book about this elf on the shelf, because these chicks are rich. Let's just put it out there. Like, there is so much elf on shelf stuff. And you know what? And I've bought right on into it, because I love it so much. As both a librarian working with children and as a mom, I love the Elf on the Shelf. So we embrace it at the library, and we have an Elf on the Shelf party to kick off the season every year. So it'll be always in the beginning of December. This year it's going to fall on Thursday, the 5th at 6:30, and that's when our elf will first arrive at the library. She or he usually will come right after Thanksgiving, and we'll have a story time about Elf on the Shelf and do some fun elf crafts. So this is the first one, and then the ones that Linda has here. So they, you know, because the elf has to have friends, so they wrote these 2. There's more coming. I have to order them. Well, there goes the one. The elf has fallen off the shelf. Is the elf pets. So what's neat about the elf pets is the Elf on the Shelf you cannot touch.
Right.
Because it will lose its magic.
Right.
But the elf pets can come and live in your home, and they can be cuddled and loved, and they actually store your kindness inside of them. So on the reindeer, he has this little heart, and if you see the St. Bernard has the barrel. Every act of kindness that the child does is stored up in these animals, and then the animal will fly to your windowsill on Christmas Eve, and it opens up their little barrel and releases all their kindness. See how it's coming out of his collar there? And that's what helps fly Santa's sleigh. So we have, we don't have any elf pets that live in the library, but we will be giving away an elf pet in our basket. So if you'd like to win your own elf pet, we have the St. Bernard at Home jingle. And so we all the time I say, you know, you gotta do something nice. So
this is all new to me.
Jingle stores.
And
then so there's been movies. There's the Elf on the Shelf movie, and then they made the Elf Pets movie with the St. Bernard.
Oh my
gosh. Last year
You're right. We really missed our calling.
Last year we watched the St. Bernard one. Because I was like, well, let's change it up and now I found out there's a new Elf Pets book, so we'll be using that this year. So it's nice. So it gives me some variety. You know.
Sure does.
So you can come and read. All these books are available to check out the library, and you can read them. And we have the movies too. And of course, the elf will be there. And what's fun about that is after the elf, we have our big kickoff party, and it's a lot of fun. And then then the elf will be at the library every single day from there until the week of Christmas. And when you come to visit, you got to find him or her. And it's a library elf, so of course they like to read, and so you'll usually find the elf reading a book. And if you write down what book the elf is reading, you have a chance to win an elf basket. And this year it will include, last year it included the St. Bernard and the reindeer, because they come with these books. The plush, there's the plush of them. So this year I think it's a husky is the new one.
Cool.
So we'll add that to the collection. So elf pets.
Love it, love it, love it. Wow. Boy, we missed our calling.
I know.
Could have done it.
A lot of fun. So do you have any books, Miss Linda?
I do.
Okay, go ahead.
Again, talking of what I like about these books, just one right now, but the books that I brought deal with diversity. And there are more and more books being written about their diverse subjects. This one is called The Sound of Silence, Growing Up Hearing with Deaf Parents by Myron Alberg.
Is this fiction or nonfiction?
Based, this is...
biography.
Yeah, bio. I was going to say based on this, Myron Alberg. As the hearing son of deaf parents, and they preface at the beginning, it says, one family, two worlds. As the hearing son of deaf parents, Myron Alberg's first language was sign. The first sign he learned was, I love you. And even during the dark days of the Great Depression, his family's silent home was always filled with warmth and optimism. Outside things were different. American Sign Language was not recognized, and the deaf were often dismissed as unintelligent and ignored. So, as Myron translated from sign to spoken English for his parents, he found himself caught between the world he grew up in and the world he would one day call his own. This young reader adaptation of his acclaimed memoir, Hands of My Father, Alberg tells of the daily struggles, hidden joys of growing up in the middle. By turning heartbreaking and hilarious, his story, or by turns heartbreaking and hilarious, his story is for anyone who has struggled to find a place to belong.
Wow, awesome.
Yep.
And actually mine kind of connects with that, only this is fiction. So this is
Okay.
called Falling Over Sideways by Jordan Sonnenblack, and I decided to bring books that have to do with kindness and also being thankful. So this is not necessarily a newer book. It's been out for a few years, but I personally have just read it, so it's fresh in my mind. But Jordan Sonnenblack is a Pennsylvania author, and he wrote this. This book is about this Claire, and she's your typical dramatic middle school girl. So every problem in the world that she ever has, between not getting the dance part she wants or not getting an A in math, is the worst thing ever, right? And she's super dramatic about it. She's kind of rude to her parents about it until her dad suffers a massive stroke, and she's the only one there to care for him when it happens. And so now he survives it, but then, you know, his whole life has changed. He's an author, now he can't even speak, he can let alone type. And so she has to live in this home where her whole family is in this upheaval, with her dad recovering from this stroke and dealing, of course, with her friends and things. Not all of her friends know about it. She doesn't really want her friends to know about it. So it's, you know, and then at the end, as he's starting to recover, and she just realizes that all her minor problems were just that, they were minor, and, you know, kind of focusing on the bigger picture and learning about how to care for your family. So Falling Over Sideways by Jordan Sonnenblack, super great. Jordan is an awesome guy. I had the chance of meeting him at a conference. So funny. He's also wrote Zen and the Art of Faking It, which is another kind of uplifting story too. So great. This is for teens, but tweens too. It's clean. It's about a middle school girl, so it deals with her kind of problems. So it's appropriate for a wide range of readers.
Excellent. Okay,
keeping with one?
Yeah, one more. By Aaron Phillip with Tanya Bolden. This Kid Can Fly. It's about ability, not disability. Another bio. Quickly, this is again another wonderfully diverse book. Aaron Phillip is no ordinary kid. He started his own Tumblr, Aaronverse. He's hung out with the guy who created the cartoon Adventure Time. Aaron Phillip's memoir, it chronicles his extraordinary journey from happy baby in Antigua to confident teen artist in New York City. His honest and often funny stories of triumph, despite physical difficulties, poverty, and other challenges, are as inspiring as eye-opening. This Kid Can Fly. He was born disabled. I believe it had to do with his arms and legs, and just showing that it's, again, I love how they put this. It's about ability, not disability. And
great. Look how cute he is too.
Yeah, really being an advocate for disabilities not holding you back.
Awesome.
You know,
nice.
do what you want to do.
All right, well, why don't we, since we have just a couple of seconds, why don't we read and close out with Thank You, Thanksgiving?
Good. This is one of my favorites, too. I like this one.
Me, too.
Okay.
Thank you for sending me, Mom.
Okay. Thank you, Warm Boots.
Thank you, music.
Just love it, walking through your day like that. Thank you, pretty clouds.
Thank you, rabbits.
Aw. Thank you, park.
Thank you, duck. Aw, duck's got her scarf.
Aw.
Thank you, General.